In No Man's Sky, we have our starships for flying around, both on and in between planets. The starship is so important that we start with one. But there are other vehicles in the game as well. These are the Exocraft, and we have a variety of options, but today I want to highlight the newest addition, the Minotaur Exo Mech. The Minotaur is a mechanical walker suit containing a total of 28 slots for storage and upgrades. This is an ideal Exocraft for early game exploration, mining, and combat related activities. With a built-in jetpack and environmental control unit providing immunity to planetary hazards, you can strut around in style. While some people may prefer the other vehicles, to me the Minotaur is the optimal Exocraft for early game usage. It's basically just an extension of your character in the way it functions. This makes it an easy transition for the first part of the game where you have a lot to learn and adjust to. One specific thing that makes the Minotaur a great choice compared to the other Exocraft is the Minotaur Bore. This is an upgrade to the Minotaur's mining laser that enables the modifying of terrain similar to the multi-tools terrain manipulator. The Minotaur's mining capabilities are also much faster than yours, so there's that. Another standout feature compared to the other Exocraft, the Minotaur needs only one environmental control unit installed to mitigate the environmental effects. The other Exocraft requires separate modules installed for the different environmental effects. First, to unlock the Minotaur Exo Mech, you have to go to the anomaly. Once in the anomaly, you need to head to the upgrades area and purchase the Minotaur Geobay from the construction research terminal for 10 salvaged data. This is where you will also buy the other Exocraft Geobay designs, but I will be covering those in other videos. You can also buy the Exocraft Summoning Station and then the Orbital Exocraft Materializer here as well in order to simplify the summoning of your Exocraft. After you have unlocked the Minotaur Geobay, you will want to go to a planet or moon to build it. It does not need to be built on or even next to a base, so you can just place it down anywhere you have room. Once built, it will spawn in the Minotaur Exo Mech. You will also see the Geobay has two control panels. The blue will let you summon the Exo Mech back into proper positioning on the platform, and the red will allow you to customize the appearance. You can now just hop into the Minotaur and get going, but if you do not wish to keep the Geobay in this place, make sure you break it back down. Once the Minotaur has been spawned in, you can then add the Orbital Exocraft Materializer to your freighter. This will give you the ability to summon your Exocraft to a planet surface without building the Geobay as long as you are in the same star system as your freighter. Or you can just always carry supplies for the Exocraft Summoning Station and build it, whichever option you prefer. As I stated already, the Minotaur has its own jetpack for increased mobility. It also has a laser cannon like the other Exocraft for harvesting resources. But it also supports the Minotaur cannon for combat and again, the Minotaur Bore for terrain manipulation work. So now that you have the Minotaur, you might be wondering about upgrades. You will need to go to the Exocraft upgrade trader on the anomaly to buy the unlocks for some of the upgrade modules. This will only get you a few of the upgrades, leaving you to check in with the Exocraft upgrade traders you find on space stations to buy the rest. A quick word of warning though. Where the other Exocraft support many of the engine modules you will find the traders offering, the Minotaur is very specific to which upgrades will work. So stick with the upgrades that state they are for the Minotaur. So what are some of the best use cases for the Minotaur Exo Mech? Well, first off, it can go underwater. Yes, we do have the Nautilus submarine for that, but the Minotaur can function underwater as well. This makes it more versatile when it comes to your early game mobility and harvesting because the Minotaur can handle both land and water travel. Second, it is much tougher than your suit, so beyond the immunity to the environmental hazards, you can also take far less damage from aggressives while in the Minotaur. It's basically you putting on an Iron Man suit, so think of it like a suit of armor for fighting with the pesky Sentinels. And third, it has the advantage over the other Exocraft in that you can function similar to how you do when on foot. You can collect items without having to exit, which means things like safer collection of storm crystals. You have a jetpack allowing you to traverse more adverse terrain than the wheeled vehicles, such as getting up a tall cliff. In addition to that, the Minotaur jetpack refills very quickly. You can use the short-range scanner while in the Minotaur to find points of interest. It really is just like an upgrade to your normal suit, except for a slight change to your walking mobility. Ultimately, the Minotaur feels less like a vehicle compared to the other Exocraft, and for some players that may make all the difference. To me, the Minotaur is great for early gameplay, but once you progress into late game, you won't need it as much. This is simply due to a lower need to harvest resources later in the game due to having money to buy them instead. In the long run, it really comes back to the combat aspect of the Minotaur. Regardless, give the Minotaur a try if you haven't done so already. I think you'll find it is quite useful and adds something to your time in No Man's Sky. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below and share what aspect of the Minotaur you like best. If you enjoyed this video, you may also enjoy some of my other No Man's Sky guide videos. So be sure to give them a watch and subscribe so you don't miss out in the future.